How you doing, guys? Welcome back. It's LSP. It's currently the 7th of April 2021. Just going to do a very quick update. Obviously, we've had some movement today on Bitcoin and CHSB. Obviously, this has kind of spilt over into a lot of other crypto pairs. Not pairs, sorry, cryptocurrencies. But I want to focus mainly on those two. Bitcoin for obvious reasons, and then obviously CHSB because it's Swissborg. And obviously part of the Swissborg community, and we watch it very closely. So the last video that I did, I made a reference to this untapped liquidity, and I actually spoke about this a little bit before then. But in the video I was saying, that I had a sneaky suspicion, that price was going to run down into this liquidity area. And if it did do it, it was going to do it pretty quickly. And you can see, obviously, we've dropped into there. I mean, to see the actual magnitude and the speed in which it ran into that liquidity pool down here, you can see the acceleration, and then it just kind of bang, straight into there. And I'm not expecting, Bitcoin to stay down here for long. There is the off chance, that it does continue. And if it does, then it needs to grind straight through all of this, but there's a lot of liquidity down here for it to get to. We've probably tapped into around about 50% of this liquidity pool now. So if it does come down, and this is important, very important what I'm about to say, if Bitcoin does continue this downward momentum, which I don't believe it will, but if it does for some weird reason, then the only available liquidity is going to be down here to start with. Okay, that's not been touched, and I'm gonna have to pick a color that we haven't used. I guess maybe this one. There we go. Untapped liquidity down here, and then obviously here, before it runs this low, because remember, below, and I have to do it like this to really emphasize this. This is the primary liquidity pool, right, that it dipped into here before it exploded to the upside. So this liquidity pool and this secondary pop here, so you've got a primary liquidity pool and a secondary pop within this secondary liquidity pool here. So it dips just there to pick some up, and then off it goes. This is in control of price, this liquidity pool right here. So if it does start to run and gain some legs to the downside, this is the first place it's going to go. And then ultimately it's going to end up running down here. And what's the likelihood now at this point of Bitcoin dropping another sort of $6,000, all the way down here to around about the sort of 50,000 level? I can't see it personally, for lots of different reasons in terms of flows and the way that things are moving. Excuse me. But I'm going to put this on the chart just for now, just to be mindful, of what's going on with Bitcoin. And what I'll also do as well is I'll just drop this just to show you the liquidity pool now as it stands. Live when I was doing this recording, or when I'm doing this recording, this is the liquidity pool as it stands. You'll notice, that I've not dropped all the way to the bottom of this wick or tail. There's a reason for that, but this is as it stands now. We've got open liquidity down here as well, but this is the one, that's I'm going to take this off as well, actually. But this is the one, that it would have to grind through, and even if it does, we're probably going to go straight back up from that point to take out these highs and run to here. So it's just a question of letting Bitcoin settle now, do its thing, and then we'll take it from there. And obviously, we'll update as we go. But ultimately, we are within, a very strong daily liquidity pool. And remember, when we look at price like this, we're like, oh my goodness, this is it's going down. Sell, sell, sell. But then when we just take a step back and say, all right, look, let's look at the daily. Yeah, this is still within, the workable range that we said. So there's nothing to worry about. I'm not, this is just healthy. In terms of, it's not even a correction, it's just healthy price action, it's healthy delivery of price. So that's Bitcoin. Let's jump over to CHSB. I made a reference, I went through all of this, so I'm not going to go through it again, but I made a reference, this dotted line here, and I was saying, that, and you can quote me on this, I was saying in the video, you can quote me that price is going to, come to this level, which I stand firm on what I said. My analysis is still correct in that respect of what I believe through my analysis is going to happen. And obviously this is had a bit of a dip today, and again, pretty strong velocity. Yeah, the way that it's dropped into this area. But I made a reference in the video yesterday as well that if price does come down, then this is the area where it's likely to come down to. I don't believe we're going to come here. Yeah, if we do, we're not going to stay here for long. Yeah, and again, you can quote me on that. If price drops for whatever reason, and it dips into this area down here that I made a reference to on the hourly, we won't stay there long. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see $1 again. I'm not going to say never, but I just, again, with the way the flows are and the accumulation to the buy side, I can't see it. I just can't see it. So that's CHSB. Just wanted to do a very quick update, but this is all healthy. We've been keeping an eye on what Danzo's been saying in the chat as well. Some very, very good analysis. He posts some kind of real-time analysis and charts, of what's, the current volumes are in terms of, what's coming in and out, of Swissborg, and I would absolutely suggest that you pay attention to what he posts in the room. Same with Colin, some great analysis on these charts. So just, I guess, allow things to unfold. Really, I like not the dynamic, but I like the current atmosphere of the way Swissborg is moving. In terms of, its flows, how it's pulling back, the healthy nature of the buy and sell accumulation distribution, and it's all good. It's all good. So that's a very quick update, guys. I am really, really tired, so I'm sorry if I'm umming and ahhing a little bit, but I'm going to leave the video at that. I'll do another update tomorrow, but it will be in the Smart Talk chat room. We're going to be doing a live session tomorrow at 6:30 GMT time. Okay, so if you can make that, I suggest you pop it into your calendar, or it's in the poll section, and we'll make a reference to it again. I'll post it before. Well, I'll post a link to the post by Ben, who's going to be hosting the chat. So if you want to kind of pop in there, I'll be around for a little while if anybody wants to hang about afterwards as well and just have a chat. So just bear it in mind. And as always, guys, I should have said this at the beginning of the video, but I'll say it now. Everything that I talk about and go through, it's not financial advice. Obviously, it's just, the usual analysis. Talking through some of the, the finer points that we're seeing, in the crypto space, and more specifically to, the Swissborg and obviously Bitcoin, because it's the major player. And do your own analysis. Make sure that you have this game plan. I know I repeat myself a lot, but make sure you've got a game plan. Make sure you're sticking to it. And then hopefully we should start to see in the coming months, more things that are added to the community, and we'll take it from there. All right, guys. So I will catch up with you in the chat, and I will probably speak to most of you tomorrow in the live session. Take care.